To be able to get in that octagon and go through what these guys go through. I mean, the torture, the physical brute force and damage that's part of that environment. To train yourself to handle that, and to handle it like somebody else would handle eating a double scoop ice cream, and say, yeah, this is really good, and not make any more of it. You see these guys when they're busted up and when it's over with, how it's just part of their day. It's just they're not talking about the gash over their eye or the elbows that they took right on the freaking nose or right on the chin. An elbow. It's enough to take a fist, but an elbow.
Yep.
Or the foot that they took on the side of their head. To not even make much mention of it. It was my job, and I was prepared for that job. And I prepared myself to be able to go through that. I prepared we don't give enough understanding. I'm not even going to say credit, but enough understanding of what it takes to do that. You know, and listen, what they're doing it for their families, for themselves, for something inside them. It's not just the money, for something inside them. That they must answer some kind of call to find out something about yourself. We all have that call. It's just a matter of how loud is it? How loud is it?
It has to be more than money. You couldn't pay me enough money to get in there.
But it's similar. I agree. It's similar to what these heroes, and I never use that word unless it's in the cases that I'm about to attach it to. These heroes are armed service men and women that prepare themselves to go and protect us, to go and be ready to die, because that's part of their job. And what they put themselves to, the SEALs, the Army Rangers, all of them, the Marines, all of them. I salute you all if you're listening. But all of you, and I appreciate you all, and my family does, because they're brought up to. But what they put themselves through to become those people, to become prepared, we lose sight of that. We look at the guys, the basketball players that perform unbelievable athletic feats on that court, and how hard they work since they're 7, 6, 5, 10 years old. And we applaud that, and we understand that. Or the football players, or the baseball guy that can hit 100-mile-an-hour fastball that's moving, that's not even coming straight. I mean, we applaud that, and it's applaudable. But what about applauding these people that develop their mind to the point, their mind, their fortitude, they chisel it. They take it like you take a sword and you put it into molten lead to forge it into that sword so it'll stand up, so it won't break in combat. That's what they do. That's what they do to make themselves that person, those people. I watched that, and I just needed to say that it's really. I know they're not going out there and saving people's lives the way the armed service people are. I understand the separation. Nobody has to tell me. But they're going out there, they're entertaining us. They're going out there answering the call that they have to answer. They're taking care of their families. This is the way they're doing, and of themselves. It's pretty extraordinary. It's pretty damn extraordinary.
Yeah.
And having said all that, I'm going to move it into what I always talk about for the 23 years I'm calling fights on ESPN, what I always talk about. With all of that, and they're all tough, but with all of that, it still comes down. And this is where people are going to say, wow, maybe they'll agree, maybe they won't, but I believe there's evidence to agree, where there's a similarity, an attachment to boxing, and the same things of the top guys, where it's not the toughest guy that wins. They're all tough. It's the guy who's smarter. It's the guy who's more prepared. It's the guy who has a better strategy. It's the guy who's got the discipline to stand up and execute that strategy in a consistent manner all night.